Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge.
So it's not often I don't feel like I have anything to say. Today is one of those days. I just don't have anything to say. Why is that? I'm really tired and drained. And I feel I have a cold coming on, so my energy level is overall low right now. My cousin and I have a thing going on between us. When we were young, we both loved collecting quotes. And she was better at it than me, I can easily confess. She was my best friend growing up, and we did pretty much everything together. Between the ages of 6 to 18, we were always together. I don't think anyone knows me better than she does. She has seen me laugh and cry and everything in between. So, since we live a long ways away from each other, it's really seldom we get to meet. She got married young and moved away for school, so we might not have met up more than maybe 10 to 12 times in the past 30 years. And yet, whenever we meet, it's like time has stood still, and we just are where we always have been, close. Well, she and her husband stayed for a weekend in Stockholm, and we got to meet up. We walked around most of the central, I think I got close to 30,000 steps that day. We walked and talked and played Pokemon Go. Hey, no judgment, it's fun. She's in a phase in her life that I think comes after getting married and the kids grow up, and many women find themselves asking, what more is there? What's now for me? So we talked about life and waking up to gifts and inner knowing, and wants and needs and dreams and so much more. And she kept telling me that I know so much, and yet, even though I have all this knowing, I still don't do what I'm supposed to. The procrastination I'm in is incredible. In order for us to not lose contact, we text each other a quote each day. And her theme for this week was introvert, and mine was Dolly Parton. Well, Dolly is quite the inspiration. Check her out when you have the time. Anyway, I know I'm an introvert. I have always been. I'm good at hanging out with people and put a mask on and have fun, but it drains me, completely drains me. And I see my life. I work in a school with children and adults around me all the time. I get home and my children awaits me. I do not get hardly any time by myself at all. The thing is, I'm surrounded by extroverts who wants nothing more than to talk and spend time. And I feel like a bad mother if I say no. But I'm an even worse one if I keep neglecting my need and burn out. What then? I charge my battery in solitude, and lately by watching Korean dramas and Chinese dramas. And the Chinese dramas has been an hidden gem. Well, it's my way of coping. But getting the quotes and the little pictures, that made it very obvious what I'm missing. I was also listening to some man on TikTok talking about that there is no such thing as needy people. He refers to the fact that women sometimes can behave needy or clingy. And he said that they only behave that way because they have a need inside of them that is unfulfilled. I see that with my students. The worse the behavior, the bigger the need. If I can fulfill their needs, they behave in a totally different way. You just have to give them what they crave to emotionally survive first. I didn't get needy in my relationship. I got detached. Since I wasn't fulfilled, I detached myself and loved from an emotional distance. I loved with all my heart, but I realized I disconnected myself in order to save my heart from disappointment, which ultimately led to having absolutely no expectations whatsoever. That is a really bad place to be in a relationship. But it all comes down to this. Your most intimate relationship should be with yourself. You are your life's most important person. I gave treatment yesterday, and one of my clients talks about how worried she is about her children. And in her head, she goes through so much exhausting emotions on their behalf. Most of the catastrophic thoughts never happen. It's just a waste of emotions and high levels of stress for the body. And I realize I'm on the opposite of her. She's constantly worrying. I'm detached. I can't make anything about the outcome, so I'll just wait for whatever happens and deal with it then. Being home alone is what I crave for. Silence and empty house is my recharge place. I just don't get that often enough to fully recharge. So I constantly just survive day to day to day to day. I know what I'm supposed to do to change this. It just doesn't hurt quite enough yet. I'm on the brink, and like my client yesterday, the body wants her to change her life so she gets in pain. Instead of changing, she just adapts to the pain. So the body increases the amount of pain to which she adapts again and again and again. And I realize I'm just the same. The fear of changing makes me just adapt and adapt. So it doesn't hurt enough for me to go for it. But soon, I feel it. Soon is my breaking point. I wish I could do it without reaching my breaking point. But knowing myself, I know I probably won't go there until I'm out of choices. This was not the fun, carefree me, but maybe there is someone out there that needs to hear this today. You are okay. Your feelings are okay. And you're not a bad person for taking you time. We are all different. Just like between men and women, we are different and speak different language. Introverts and extroverts are also far from each other. Extroverts lose their energy by solitude. So it's hard for them to understand how we can recharge by doing nothing, with no one. But I do, and I will honor that within myself more. Until next time, be the light, share the light, spread the light, and shine.
This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.